Burnout with Gabbie Hanna.
Hey guys, welcome to episode whatever of Burnout. I think we're on 3, 4, we're somewhere. Welcome. I told Peyton today, I think you're one of my very oldest LA friends. Not the oldest,
Wow.
but
Let me
like
get closer to the microphone.
yeah, come over
Very
here.
social distance from the microphone. It's awkward.
So Matt Steffanina,
that's
for
real,
those of
though.
you who have somehow managed to not see him, I don't know how that's possible. Here's what I always say about Matt Steffanina. If I'm talking to you about like, oh, I have this dancer friend, Matt Steffanina, do you know him? And they'll be like, I don't know. And I'm like, okay, here's the thing. You might not know his name, but like you have for sure seen his content multiple times in your life.
Tall white guy dances.
Yes.
Gotta be him.
So Matt is a really popular dancer. I used to follow his tutorials in college in my dorm room, and then we became partners on a dance competition.
Which that story is still crazy to me.
The dance competition or the
The dance competition.
which part of it?
Well, you were doing choreography. Somehow you came across my tutorials. You were
Yeah.
out here choreographing your own competitions, winning college medals or whatever. What do they give
Totally.
you in college?
Just an award.
Just
it was for
pride.
charity. It was for charity.
All right,
I
cool.
stole your choreography for charity.
I appreciate that.
But like everyone did. It was like one of those things where it's like, yeah, this is about like who manages to learn famous cheerleading team's routine the best, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I was like, nah, I'm gonna fucking dance.
Got
They
it
were
with that
super
hip-hop.
bad. Yeah, but I won. The year I stole your choreography was the only year I didn't win best
I know.
choreography.
You didn't have to throw that part of the story, and I remember that part. But
Of course, I have to rub it in your face. What you just do? You always were internet, but you dance for like big celebs too. Like
yeah, I
a
would
lot of
say I've been on YouTube like 10, 11 years now.
Yeah.
My first 5 years, I was only focused on becoming a professional dancer. So I was dancing with like Taylor Swift, Jason Derulo, Chris Brown. I did like the music videos and the award shows and all
as
that.
like the token very tall white guy
Very
who can
tall.
dance.
But after a while, the thing that I realized with the industry, and maybe you've seen this in things that you do, is that when you work in the industry, it can be very political, one, but two, you're just always out of control. You know what I mean? Like you're always waiting for them to create a movie so you can act, or, you know, them to create, in my case, a music video so I could dance. And I was like, oh, it's so frustrating. I feel kind of helpless. And as YouTube started to pick up, I was like, wait, this is the answer. Like on any given day, you can make content, choreograph a dance, host a show, do a thing, like whatever it is. So that was when I kind of started to shift and be like, I want more freedom.
I always tell people whenever your name comes up in conversation with me, it's like it's a talk. Like I tell them how smart you are and how like you cracked the fucking system in a way that is actually providing quality content that goes viral, because you started the whole, here's a really cool dance. I'm a dance teacher. If you want to watch it, go to my other channel. And now that channel is getting repeat views because they're learning the dance, repeating the views, and then they're going back to your original video and practicing with you. So like you're just fucking bouncing with them.
Yeah, you got to watch it a few times to get it down, right?
Oh, a lot of times. I've spent so much time. I can do them right now. You know I can.
I know. It's weird. We did a video about
Yeah.
that. You remembered my choreography from
More
8
than you
years ago,
did.
and I couldn't remember a single step. I had to relearn it off the video.
Yeah, that was from my YouTuber life. That
Yeah.
was fun though. Yeah, because you didn't remember and I did. Because like, think about it. To learn that dance, I had to put in a lot of time and work. Like learning choreography is not natural to me. And that's why once it's in there, it does not leave. Because I
Yeah.
gotta fucking practice, bitch.
Me too. I didn't start a dancer, you know, like
Yeah.
I remember I was, 17, 18. I took my first dance class and I was like, wait, people remember all these steps like in an hour? Like, no, I thought I was being pranked, but
you just kept fucking doing it by yourself, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, it wasn't fun. It's not a fun start, but
Yeah.
I was living in Virginia. There wasn't much there. And I was like, the only way I can do this is dance in my basement, make up routines, teach them to my friends, try to get my sister to learn them. She didn't want to learn it. She's not a dancer. Just like had to hustle. The beginning sometimes is a little bit weird, but now with YouTube and stuff, there's no excuse.
So he teaches classes. Well, he taught
All
classes.
lies, Sam. Don't listen.
And he's like, everybody loves his class. Like they're really popular. Like so many of the most viral dance videos of other people are in Matt's class. Like, it's just a really popular, cool, amazing energy class, right? So he's like, you gotta come. It's beginner. You're gonna be fine. I was like, Matt, he's like, you can do choreography, you can dance. And I'm like, yeah, but like, it takes me 3 days to learn like an Instagram video dance. I gotta work. And he's like, trust me, beginner, short routine. You started off with like 16th counts tutting while turning.
Such a lie.
I literally remember it like it was yesterday because I was just like, in my head, I said to myself out loud, actually, he just started this beginner class with 16th count tutting while turning. Do you know what that means?
I have no idea, but it
I
sounds
also
very
have no
intricate.
idea what it means, but
It was like a 1E and a 2E and a 3E.
tutting.
Like you were
Finger
doing. It was like the whole arms,
the
but
whole
it was
arm.
literally the counts were Andy like this is not a beginner class. If your counts are 1E and a 2E and a
What's a beginner class like?
1 and 2 and 3
Okay.
and, or you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
beginner.
1, 2.
No. It's when you got 8 counts that really start fucking me
Yeah.
up. Okay.
The point. Okay, you make a point.
I can't tell if I talked about that for a long time or not. Was I just talking for 20 minutes or 4?
Like 4 minutes. 30
That's
minutes.
still too long, honestly, for one thing. That's too long.
It's a great story. It's great.
Wait, so did you stay for the class or did you?
I did, but like Matt wasn't gonna call me out to do a dance in the middle. You know what I mean?
I should've.
Is
That's
that
when
part of class?
he like looks to the dancers. He's so smart and like he's such an icon. He'll during the class pick out the best ones and then put together groups like, oh, these 4 guys would look good together, these 6 girls, this girl needs a solo, these 2 people, whatever. So like these dancers are competing to be their best self every single fucking class so that they can be in a video. So your dancers grow so quickly because like it's such an encouraging, fun environment. Like even me being there awkward and like, because I know you personally, it made it more awkward for me. Does that make sense?
No, of course.
Because now I'm like being embarrassed in front of my friend.
Yeah.
And then also there were like fans in the class, but no, your classes are just like such an inspiring, encouraging, and accessible place. And the choreography is fun. You still post the tutorials?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I
fucking
do
awesome.
tutorials, and I also now have a platform called DNCR Academy, which is like an online dance academy, basically. So for
That's
exactly
yours?
what you were saying. Yeah.
Like your company?
Mm-hmm.
What? Whoa! I always just thought you were promoting.
Oh, no, that's mine. Come on.
Tell me about this.
So, I mean, it's really exactly what you were saying. It's an extension of what I was doing on YouTube.
Is it an app or?
It's a website
Got
like a Netflix, right? So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
a subscription. You come on and it's all levels, but basically
Is it?
all levels. From beginner, from
What?
1, 2.
Okay.
No Andes, no us.
Okay.
But yeah, I had so many people reach out and say like, I love the tutorials on YouTube, but how can I get more? How can do you have something that takes me from A to Z instead of random routines? And I realized that there was really a lot of people like me. That's what I was looking for when I was learning how to dance.
Yeah.
So it's online. You can do it from anywhere. And as soon as you log in, you have tons of tutorials and courses to choose from. But then every month we do challenges, learn this combo, try this thing, practice this freestyle.
cool.
And people can join the challenges and watch each other's videos. So
I
it's
was
like
about
a community.
to ask if you can like get judged by each other and like
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So if you're training in your room and you can't get the class experience, you
Yeah.
kind of get it. The community is really like everything, you know, it's like making music alone in your bedroom is cool. But like when you're around other people that are vibing with you and you're in the studio, it's completely different.
Yeah.
And dance is the same. Like you can learn dance at home, but just having people out there that are doing the same routines as you guys watch each other, support each other. Like the community makes such a huge difference.
That's like its own social media.
Yeah.
It's like TikTok, but for people who are like dancing.
Dancing.
You know?
Yeah.
Speaking of TikTok,
Oh my.
Matt, you have infiltrated the app.
Oh. Do I show up on your For You page occasionally?
Of course.
Really?
Yeah. You create really cool shit. You're the type of consistency that I used to be.
Oh, please.
No.
Is that how it
really.
comes off? I feel really
Yeah.
inconsistent, honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
You post shit like every day.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. But I usually film like 1 or 2 like good sessions
Uh-huh.
and then not for like a week or 2. So I
Yeah,
kind
but
of,
you're still posting every day.
yeah, I mean, I stay consistent on posting, but
Yeah. So you just mean like in other like
yeah,
areas of your
I don't know.
life?
I felt like there was a time where I was posting like so many pieces, especially on YouTube and full things. I guess if you count like a TikTok, but it might only take 10 seconds to make it. So
Do your TikToks take 10 seconds? Because I've never made a TikTok in less than 2 hours. Even the easy ones. I'm always like, why the fuck's there a
that's because
weird
you're
lag at
such
the
a
end? Or like,
perfectionist.
dude, you're right. But I'm breaking
I
through
used
that.
to be. Actually, if TikTok helped me with anything, it's that.
Really?
Because I started to realize that it just doesn't matter that much.
Yeah.
It matters
Totally.
to us. I'll see it and be like, I could do it better. And then I'm like, who cares? Click, post.
Yeah. I feel like I
kinda freeing.
kind of did that with like, I posted one TikTok where I did like a jingle, and like normally I feel like I would try to make the lip syncing perfect and make like, I would literally probably try to hit every note perfectly, like for what?
Yeah.
So I just threw it together, but it's still, even that took like 2 hours or
Yeah.
something.
I
So
mean, they all
maybe
take different times.
maybe longer.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, much longer, because I wrote the song, recorded the little song, made a little track, filmed the
Wow,
video,
you
edited
really
the
did
video.
it.
Yeah, but like I can't figure out how to make content not like that. You know what I mean?
But what about when you would do like if you're doing like a story time or like whatever, you're so good at just like talking and having it somehow make sense. I feel like you could do that in
Maybe.
literally 20 minutes.
It's just hard for me to make it shorter, I guess. It's funny because I came up on Vine, and I remember everybody used to ask me like, how do you manage to like fit a whole joke into 6 seconds? Like nobody could figure out what I was doing.
Yeah.
And now I'm looking at TikTok, it's like a minute, and I'm like, how can I figure out how to fit interesting content into that minute?
Yeah.
Because my standard of what content was very different back then. Like
Yeah.
I was just creating shit because I wasn't anybody. So I was just making dumb shit, throwing it and seeing what stuck. And then when I saw like memeable 13-year-old humor stuck, I was like, okay, why not? I'm not doing anything else.
Yeah.
But now it's like, I'm an author. Like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? I'm an artist now. Like, you think I'm just going to hop on TikTok and put out some bullshit?
No, I know.
Or like
Isn't it
memeable
interesting
humor?
how that
Yeah,
it's like the more success you have, the more pressure on every decision.
Totally.
I talk about that a lot with my friends, that they would do the same thing. Cause I'm not personally like the hugest fan of TikTok. Like I would prefer to make a minute long dance professionally shot
totally.
over a 10-second, funny dance in my bedroom. Not really my preference, but I realize like this is happening whether I like it or not, and how do I, and it's difficult for me still because a lot of times good dancing doesn't do well on TikTok.
I know.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like funny, relatable. That's the whole theme of it, which is sort of the
Or
opposite
just
of
homemade looking in general.
yeah,
Yeah.
just organic. And I understand it because I get the appeal when I'm watching and I see someone just in their bedroom like doing. I'm like, hey, they killed that.
What, like, imagine me right now going on TikTok, making the type of content I made on Vine. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
this version of myself. And I think that's why people get so confused when I'm like, yeah, I can't figure it out. And they're like, what do you mean? That's what you do. And I'm like, not really.
Yeah, it's different. I mean, you've changed so much. So
Yeah.
to do that type of content now, it
It's a
wouldn't be
regression.
authentic. Yeah.
Yeah. Not a regression. It would be a regression for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Just because you've grown up doesn't mean you've outgrown bedtime stories. Whether you want a story to turn you on or wind you down for better sleep, Dipsea helps you get in touch with yourself for some extra sweet dreams. Dipsea is an audio app full of short, sexy stories designed to turn you on. Each Dipsea story features characters that feel like real people in immersive scenarios, so you feel like you're right there. Find stories about an off-limits hookup with your professor or a costume party that takes things to the next level. Or maybe a story where your partner tells you exactly what to do, or you try a new toy together. Not that. They release that's an inside joke, guys. They release new stories every week, so there's always more to explore, no matter who you're into or what turns you on. We love inclusivity. Dipsea also has a wellness session to help you learn about yourself and bedtime stories and soundscapes to help you relax before you drift off. For listeners of the show, Dipsea is offering a 30-day free trial when you go to dipseastories.com/Gabbie. That's a 30-day free trial when you go to DIPSEA stories.com/Gabbie. That's dipseastories.com/Gabbie. Now we're going to talk about Ritual. Hey, do you really know what's in your multivitamin? Sugars, GMOs, synthetic fillers, artificial colorants, not to mention animal byproducts like sheep's wool and gelatin from hooves. But Ritual isn't your typical multivitamin. Their clean, vegan-friendly formula is made with key nutrients and forms your body can actually use. No shady extras. A lot of vitamins are really harsh on your stomach, and there's a lot of stuff in there that you do not need, and they are unnecessarily harsh on your stomach. They would throw my whole day. They'd make me not want to work out. They would make me want to eat more because I was trying to like settle that feeling of vitamins in my stomach, and I do not have that problem with Ritual. And it's now available for women, men, and teens. Ritual multivitamins are scientifically developed to help support different stages of life. Your multivitamins are delivered to your door every month with free shipping always. You can start, snooze, or cancel your subscription anytime. You deserve to know what's in your multivitamin. That's why Ritual is offering my listeners 10% off during your first 3 months. Visit ritual.com/thoughts to start your ritual today.
But the same format that you did could just be adjusted, like what the joke is about or the presentation of it, and it would still probably work. But you just have to find a way that it isn't cringy to you now.
Do you find that you're like fulfilled right now? Like, do you feel
partially?
What's missing for you?
For me, it's exactly that. Like, I don't really get fulfillment out of creating a video that I know isn't the best I could do, isn't innovative. Especially like the strangest thing for me is if a year ago, I mean, you were talking about it earlier, how you stole my choreography and like used it in a show. And like, you know, obviously I was putting it on YouTube for people to do that. So I didn't care. I loved that. But that was like a big thing. Oh, you stole a move. You did a move that he did, right? Like even up until like
people
a
did
year
that
ago.
to you a lot?
Yeah, to me. But I mean, I didn't care. But I'm just saying like the general. But now you're encouraged to. That's the point of TikTok is like whatever somebody did, steal their dance and do it on the internet. And like that would have been so like hated. Like you could never do that. Somebody else's dance, put it on your page.
Yeah, because like I'm friends with a lot of you guys, like in the dancers. Like I hear those conversations or like, and I never really knew what that Wild West is of choreography because it's like dance is so cultural that like if you do a cool dance, people want to do it at parties. People you know what I mean? So then like remember the yeet was a part of a fucking dance move. You know what I mean? Like who created that? Who does that belong to? But it was still a thing where it's like, wow, they stole my style. I'm the only girl who used to have this type of flow, whatever. But you're right. Now they're all, that's the whole fucking point.
That's the point of it. Yeah. And I'll go sometimes to these collabs, you know, with TikTokers or whatever. We became buddies.
Didn't I tell you?
I know. He was running away from me earlier. He wouldn't let me anywhere near him. Now he wants to be friends on the podcast.
I literally said when he chooses, he will climb on your lap, and he did.
Or he's just trying to get clout. You want to say what your Instagram handle is while you're here?
The Undercats. Okay, what were you saying about TikTokers?
Saying.
Why do you pull the fucking skin like that?
No, they like this. This is what their parents do to them. They carry him around like this, so it makes them like relaxed. See how happy he is? Yeah.
I think he's just joking.
No. I'm not going to do it right now, but you could literally pick him up like that.
I pick him up like that
and he'll
sometimes,
be like,
but I never thought
they love it.
Did.
Yeah.
I thought it still hurt a little.
No, they love it.
Have you ever seen the inside of a kangaroo pouch?
That sounds disgusting.
Have you? What do you imagine it to be?
Gooey.
Like the inside.
Like when a little kangaroo.
I mean, I like to think it's like the stuffed animal and it's just as soft on the inside.
What
but
do you think, though? Like, really think about it. Picture it in your head. What's that pouch? Sam, I'm asking you as well.
It's like,
I mean, I feel like it'd be like this, like skin, but like skin of your balls kind of thing. Like it's like.
Bro, it's straight up their bones. Can you look up a picture?
oh my gosh.
What?
Dude, when you look inside the pouch, it's like their fucking bones. It's their body, like the inside of their body. You're looking at the fucking kangaroo's skeleton.
Unsanitary.
Like their muscles and stuff?
Wait, did you look
But
it
it
up?
must be like how, like you can't have dust like going into your bones and.
Well, there's a flap. Okay, you want to talk about TikTok dances again?
Oh, Yeah, the last thing on TikTok dances that I think is really interesting is this paradigm shift. I would go to these collabs and there'd be a bunch of TikTok dancers there, and I'm not too up on like all the latest
Do
trends.
they reach out to you or do you reach out to them?
In the beginning, it was them reaching out to me. Now I kind of like have some circles and collabing. I was just sort of new. Like I didn't, I was behind on TikTok and stuff. But it was interesting how we would go to these things and they would be like, oh, let's do this dance. Let's do this dance. Let's do this dance. And I would be like, hey, why don't we like choreograph one? And people would be like, whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah. Whoa.
That's not trending yet. And I'd be like, no, like we'll start, but this idea
Yeah,
like
to start the trend.
to like choreograph something, they're like, it's a lot of work.
Have you ever started a TikTok trend?
I've had a TikTok song go viral. I had a remix go viral.
Oh, sick.
Unfortunately, it wasn't on Spotify because it got like billions of plays on TikTok.
Why didn't you put it on Spotify?
Because it was a remix. It was a Billie Eilish remix.
And
It was the one.
You can't do that?
It's like I tried to scream, bloop, but my head was underwater. Dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun, whatever. Because I couldn't get the rights for the vocal, I couldn't put it on Spotify.
Why didn't you have somebody do like a cover vocal?
I mean, in theory, I could have, but the Billie Eilish vocal is just so good, so I wanted to release it as a remix. I do those from time to time to just see if maybe the artist hears it, the label hears it, and someone's like, "Hey, can we actually like make that official?"
Yeah.
So I did it for that reason because I just really liked the vibe.
Yeah.
But once it blew up on TikTok, I was like, if only I could like redirect that somehow.
Yeah.
But I haven't really had any like massive TikTok dances. I've done like some ones that trended a little bit, but nothing crazy.
How much were you like, maybe more so before TikTok, but how much were you in like influencer circles?
Honestly, very little.
Yeah, but like you were
Yeah.
always at like, sometimes you'd be at one.
Yeah.
So like I didn't really go to them that often either.
Yeah, I mean, I think we had like that OG kind of group, with like Lily and Fusi and Alex, and there were a lot of
Oh,
people that were
right.
just like Dom that were like around each other, and stuff, and we were all cool with each other. But I wasn't like in the cliques, you know what I mean? I just
Yeah.
came in, chilled, and then went about my business.
I was
But it
thinking
is-
about Matt and I was like, damn, wait, am I still friends with Matt? Because I was like trying to figure out like, have we just not seen each other or we have like drifted? And I was like, oh no, me and Matt are cool. Like, because we've been cool forever. We see each other a few times a year, but just like the shedding of just like a life, I
Yeah.
feel like happened. Do you feel like that happened for you?
Yeah, absolutely. I think for me and you kind of, in an interesting situation of having our work be our life, like so interconnected that most of my friends were my dancers, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I train with them, I take class with them, teach them. Like you just end up hanging around these people. And sometimes that's a great thing, but also sometimes with a little space, you realize like, oh, that's not
like
really
who
my
was
place.
who was like interested when
Yeah.
it wasn't.
It's interesting
Yeah.
with us though, I feel like,
Yeah.
because most people would say if you don't talk to somebody for 3 months, sometimes longer, like we've probably gone 4 months, 5 months, 6
To
months.
be honest though, I feel like we probably do communicate like in some way or the other, like once a month.
Yeah.
Sometimes every 2 months, but like I don't think we've ever gone like 3 months without speaking in some form.
Yeah. I mean, it's like one of those things where whenever you hit me up after a month or two of not talking, I hit you up or send you a joke or something. Like, it's not like, oh, I haven't heard from, you know what I mean? Some people would say
Yeah.
like, oh, how could you call that a close friend? But when you go through like a lot of years of stuff, especially out here in LA, and a lot of people don't know, me and Gabbie won a reality show, a dance competition show back in 2015.
I don't know, bro.
Long ass time ago.
Yeah, it was a long time.
But like
15,
we've
I
done a
think.
lot of things together
Yeah.
and stuff over the years where you
We've
just
had
have
a lot
like
of
this respect and friendship,
experiences, too. Like
yeah.
the experiences we had were so like special because it was like how many people get to say that like as soon as I met somebody who I was a fan of, like I was a big fan of you, like excited because I watched you almost every day.
Yeah.
So it was like seeing somebody who like I felt like I knew in some way, like I watched, you know what I mean? But like the first experience we had together was like a week straight of like spending a lot of time together, like
Yeah.
winning a competition and like getting along. But to be honest, I think we see each other a lot because I was also telling Peyton earlier, you're one of like the only people in LA who like every time I think of like a release party, a birthday party, like something, you're always there.
Yeah.
And like that's fucking awesome. So we ended up seeing each other like
No, that's
at
really
least
true.
6
Yeah.
times a year because you show up.
Yeah. I mean, I think that that's one of the most important things. Like, if you really want to call somebody a true friend, like, are they down to pick you up from the airport when you can't get an Uber in today's time? Before it'd be when you didn't have a ride, but but like, do they show up to your release party if they're in town, or do they like, oh, I'm tired, whatever, blah blah blah, And it's like you only have a certain number of people in your life, especially out here, that are really down for you. So the people that I feel like that's mutual and that I genuinely want to see succeed. Like, I think it's important to make an effort to be like, no, I support this person. Not just with like a tweet, but actually show up when it counts, Yeah. And those are the people you end up staying friends with for years or decades,
Yeah. I think there's also something to be said. I saw a tweet the other day that was like, fuck this, like getting upset with people for not responding to your tech shit. I don't think it's normal for me to communicate this much with my peers. And I read that like, yeah. Like,
I feel that.
We don't have to talk all the time.
Yeah. Or just like sometimes you just want to like put your phone somewhere for like a day or 6 and not answer stuff,
Yeah. I think we just always had a mutual understanding of each other too, where we're busy.
Yeah.
And we both like we're on such a fucking grind, which I don't really. What's your life look like now? Because like last time we were really hanging. Yeah, it was like always a fucking grind.
Yeah, I mean, last time we hung out, I had the loft where I was like living and filming in the same space. So I was just waking up and filming like nonstop.
Yeah.
It's not really that way right now. I mean, obviously dance studios are closed, so I can't teach, which was like my main thing that I love to do is teach and film my class. But I got a music studio in Hollywood, and started music school 3 years ago, graduated, and I've just been producing like 6 days a week. And then I dance, once, film some content, maybe have a little session with a couple people. But that's it. It's been really cool to like kind of dive back into music a little bit, as you can, I'm sure, attest to.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like we might be on the same wavelength right now of, I think that we kind of needed this. Like, obviously I'm not like, thank God COVID happened, like not that. But I think that especially people at like our age, I'm 29, you're like early 30s, right? We grew up in this space where it's like doing a certain type of content, being a certain type of person. And it's hard to break that rhythm of like, for example, I was a YouTuber. I was making a ton of fucking money. I was having immediate results. I knew how to get it and what to do. And it was consistent. It was my job. And that came above everything else because that was like, how can you possibly say no to that amount of money? Like, it doesn't make sense for me to focus when whatever. So then like just this time where you have to slow down and like, again, like not really collabing in the same way and really finding out who your friends are and who you're spending your time and energy with. Like I'm finally focusing on like music and art and poetry. And I know you're focusing on music because you just told us. So like, I think we needed this to grow up a little.
Absolutely. It's exactly what you said. And, it's something that people like, oh, like, come on, poor you, obviously not poor me, because we're so lucky to be able to have the opportunity to create content for a living. That was my dream, was to have that freedom. But it also does put you into this cycle of like the next video, the next thing. If a collab or a brand deal comes in, like you say, you're not going to say no. Like, who would turn down that opportunity to make a piece of content you like and get paid for it? It's incredible. But when that's happening a lot, it's hard to like kind of get out of that headspace. You're sort of in this like wheel, and the more momentum it gets, the more you have to work to keep it up, And this is kind of like a forced breather. There's still, brand deals, videos and things, but
I was like, speak for yourself.
I was on a plane probably 40 weeks a year. Like,
I know, dude, you were always fucking
never
gone.
Home.
Yeah.
I lived out of a suitcase, and I've flown twice since last March, it's crazy. Yeah. But for me, it was much needed. Yeah. I was burning out.
Third Love. We haven't talked about them in a minute, and I'm really excited to. Third Love makes bras easy. You take a quiz online based on the bras that you currently wear and the problems that you have with them. I have never just been so comfortable and happy about a bra than my bra that came from Third Love. And if I wasn't happy with it, they give you a 60-day perfect fit promise. So if you don't love your bra, you exchange it or return it for free within 60 days. And then they take those bras that you returned and then they donate them to women in need. Third Love is freaking awesome, dude. You get a bra that fits for a great price, that fits comfy, and if it doesn't work out the first time around, you donate it to charity. What is there to lose? Take the guesswork out of shopping for your bras. Stop spending so much time trying on so many brands and so many sizes and so many different stores. I usually hate bra shopping, so Third Love has truly been a blessing for me. Go to thirdlove.com/Gabbie now to find your perfect fitting bra and get 20% off your first purchase. That's thirdlove.com/Gabbie for 20% off today. Now we're going to talk about Best Fiends, which is the best game in the App Store. It's free to download. There's 100 million downloads and they have 5 stars. It is an absolute must play. There are always new levels. There are always ways to build your characters and it's just fun. You can play offline. It's a really good way to kill some time. Whether you're on a plane, in the bathroom, or just straight up bored because you've been sitting at home doing nothing for almost a year now. Try Best Fiends, play their thousands of levels, plus new content added all the time. You're really never going to run out of entertainment. You don't have to be a hardcore gamer to love this casual game. It's made for adults, but fun for all, unless you hate fun, in which case it's probably not for you. I've been playing Best Fiends for, 5 or 6 years now, and like it's always on my phone as an airplane staple. So that is Best Fiends. And you can download it for free today on the Apple App Store or Google Play. That's Friends without the R. Best Fiends.
And your music's good, dude.
Thank you.
Yeah, like that's, I feel like I've been telling you when I first found out you were doing music and like DJing and like showing me some of your beats, and then you did your own like Drake vocal because you wanted to be able to use it in a dance video.
Yeah.
Like ever since you were showing me that stuff, I was just like, dude, what's up? Like, why aren't you doing this more? This is what you should be doing. Because you love dance, obviously.
Yeah,
but, like,
of course.
I just feel like you have so much potential in music too. And then obviously the hybrid of the two. Like, dude, that's so fucking sick if you make a viral dance to your viral song.
Yeah, that would be pretty dope. That's kind of, that's something that, I love to do. I think as a dancer, you have a very interesting connection to music. You hear it in a different way because you're trying to always find sounds in the music that other people don't hear so that you can do something on them to make them hear that and have that moment of like, oh, you did that on the snap.
I had Hawk does a lot of my music videos. And for Call Me Crazy, we were like arguing over the timing of a spray bottle. And I kept thinking he was trying to hit the cymbal. And to me, I'm like, oh my God, you're off. And I was literally just like, I thought I was going crazy. I was like, I feel like Hawk is gaslighting me right now because like, I don't understand it. And then finally Gina in the background goes, he's hitting the hi-hat. And I was like, hold up. And then I went and I listened again and I was like, oh, there is a hi-hat. Like it wasn't registering with me.
Yeah.
Here's the new segment of the show. Matt, do you believe in aliens? Oh, great. This is what the podcast is about now.
I think there's some weird stuff out there.
Dude, in the next 3 to 4 months, mark my words, there's going to be major information about extraterrestrial life and UFOs that's going to be coming out. Yo, this podcast is so much more fun than it was 2 weeks ago.
Uh-oh.
I like struggled through a year of another podcast on another channel in this room.
I remember.
Dude, I couldn't fucking get into it.
Yeah.
And it was just because I realized it was too, waking up on Tuesday morning at 10 a.m. to like talk to just like my best friend on camera.
Yeah.
Like first of all, the conversations were so boring because like I talked to Irene all day. So like we don't have anything to talk about.
Yeah.
So I was like forcing those and like, it was just like during the day and like there was so much like negative feelings attached to that like channel in general and that era in general. So now I'm just like on a new channel It's going great already.
Yeah, I've seen the
it's
videos.
fun.
I've seen the music videos.
Those aren't even on the new channel. I haven't done it.
You did like behind the scenes though on this one, right?
Oh
Just
yeah,
some stuff
those
like
are
that.
actually on my old channel. I just have playlists on this one of the.
Oh,
old ones.
nice.
I'm trying to see what I can do though, but yeah, it just feels good to like be fresh.
Yeah, it's important. I mean, too much of anything. It's the same with me in dance. I still love to dance. Do I wake up and be like, I want to train for 14 hours today? Like, not really anymore.
Do you work out in quarantine?
Not. I kind of need a gym. I'm not really like a workout at home kind of person.
That's how I am too.
You know, I mean, I'm still dancing and filming and stuff, so I like stay in shape, but it's hard for me to get up in my bedroom and like do yoga and a bunch of push-ups.
Yeah, I can't do it either.
It's not.
I'm hoping with the gym that we're building outside though, that I can at least like, because if I work out at home, even if I'm doing something like, I'm doing squats and lunges of a band, whatever, like I'm not, like I was like hip thrusting like 150 pounds.
Is that the technical term of that move?
This is a hip thrust,
Oh,
yes.
okay.
With like when you have the bar.
Never heard of it with a weight. I can hip thrust this much, like a specific number attached.
I guess for me, like I was like building weight on my ass.
Yeah.
So like that was like a good number to me to be like, I started
Sounds like
doing
a lot of weight.
It is.
Yeah.
Like honestly, I was fucking crushing it. So like for me to be doing like that type of weightlifting every day and like working towards like pull-ups and like really like going for it like athletically with a trainer like every day, like throwing the medicine ball, like how am I gonna like squat in my house?
Yeah.
I can't do
You can't
it.
replicate that energy by yourself in a quiet room.
Yeah, and I know I'm being so like spoiled. You know what I mean? Like, if I can't work out with my personal trainer in my private training gym, then I don't wanna. Like, shut the fuck up, right? But for real.
I know. I feel you. I'm on the same wavelength.
Yeah, it's not like I have to exercise. Like, I am choosing not to, but like, I wish I was stronger.
Yeah.
The other day, I jumped up on Peyton, which like, used to do it all the time. And like, I think I naturally stopped doing it when I stopped being really strong. And then I jumped up on him and like my legs were shaking, trying to hold myself up.
He's also really tall. Maybe it was just a high jump.
Yeah, but like the beginning of our relationship, I used to climb him like a fucking jungle gym. Like I literally would just do Olympic lifts with him all the time all around the house because it was fun for me because like I was strong.
Go off.
But now I'm not. That's how I fucked up my knee. Don't you remember that?
Yeah.
Wait, were you around when my knee was fucked up or no?
I remember hearing something about it. I don't know if I was
Oh my
with
God.
you then.
Bro, I fucked up my legs so bad, like at the beginning of our relationship. So then like literally 6 weeks of our relationship right off the bat was kind of annoying. Because I was fucking like limping and like we couldn't do fun shit like hike.
Yeah.
You know?
Do you hike a lot now? Are you a hiker?
I used to.
Yeah.
But I think I stopped hiking when I like got in a relationship. Because that was my like alone time. I have to kill 3 hours thing to do.
Damn, you hike for 3 hours?
Where are you hiking?
I don't know, like a lap around Runyon or something for 30 minutes?
When I used to do Runyon, I used to do it twice, but that was when I was like real fucked up about my
hardcore.
body. Like that's what I was doing, but like I don't know what level that would even be a problem. Because to me, I'm like, yeah, I work out for 2 to 3 hours a day. But that's a lot, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, it depends how hard you're working out. You could just be like walking around, but it's a lot of working out.
Yeah.
2 to 3 hours?
Yeah, because the way I really started training was I did a body transformation video. Remember on YouTube?
Yeah.
A few years ago, I guess now. So like the way I went into working out was, I'm going to do an 8-week body transformation. So like my mindset of working out right off the bat was like, I'm dedicating a big portion of my day to a project.
Yeah.
So
It's
then like
different.
after that, that's just how I continued to work out. And it never changed until quarantine.
Wow.
So for like 3 years straight, I was like in the gym for like 2 hours a day at least.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, but look at you. Now you're killing it.
I like
Even
the
in
way I look
quarantine.
way better now.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Then when you were working out a ton?
Yeah, because I
Yeah.
feel like it made me look pudgier.
I mean, it depends, like, again, on, like, what you're doing, but it definitely, like, I mean, for guys even, if you get, like, super bulky, like, it kind of gets to a point where it like, crosses the line. You're
Yeah.
like, yeah, but you don't look, like, comfortable. Like,
I was like bulky, but I didn't have abs, so it was annoying. Do you know what I mean?
all the worst things.
Yeah, so like I always have like, I think pretty much the exact same amount of fat on me at all times. Like right now, I'm like a little
It just
pudgy.
shifts between where it is.
Yeah, but like when I have like a ton of fucking muscle underneath, that fat doesn't go away because my diet's not clean enough. And then the fat stays. So like I have all these bulky muscles. I'm still eating the same pretty much.
Yeah.
Fat. So I look skinnier
You
now.
kind of break even.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I do look unhealthier. Somebody commented that the other day and I was like,
You look unhealthier?
yeah, I for sure.
Now?
Yeah.
I don't really know what that means.
I don't either. I think they meant like my face looks like either bloated or
sometimes
sunken.
you're just like tired too, and you like, you know.
Yeah, it was also not a flattering. People are so mean. Can you believe I'm talking about that comment right now? Hey guys, you fucking suck. Not all of you. Most of you are cool. But like whoever comments, you're like, you look unhealthy. Fuck you. You're so annoying. Like I hate to admit that I'm thinking about that right now. Like they took up that space in my brain.
Well, now you released it to the universe.
Yeah, I did.
It's gone.
This is supposed to be Matt's interview.
I have a lot to learn about you still.
Like I'm not interviewing you guys. We're just hanging out.
Yeah. I mean, that's I think the goal of podcasting for a lot of them, but I think a lot of people miss that. You know, it's a hard thing to do to like have a conversation and chill how we actually would,
Yeah.
you know, without it being sort of like scripted and feel that way. When you ask canned questions, you kind of end up getting canned responses in a sense, and it just comes off
Whoa, that's so
like
true.
very, you know,
You're right.
yeah.
Canned response is like a really cool term. Did you make that up?
I think just now, yeah.
Fuck. That sounds like a brand name for something.
Oh,
Do you have a brand besides Dancer?
no. Well, DNCR is like
Sorry, in my head it's just Dancer. Is it
It's-
DNCR?
yeah, but it's dancer without the vowels.
Do the letters stand for anything?
No, it's
You should-
literally just dancer.
You should make
I
them
know.
stand for something.
Well, you're the poet.
Do you want me to write you there's definitely a name for that type of poem. Do you want me to write you a poem with each letter?
Oh, I would love that. Please.
Not right now.
Yeah, it's tomorrow's problem.
Too much pressure right now.
Yeah, canned response. It sounds like it could be like an indie rock band or something.
Would you ever what do you listen to most? EDM?
Yeah, I would say.
So like
But-
when you're just chilling, like you're listening to like me.
No, because like technically, I mean, electronic dance music doesn't necessarily mean house, right? It doesn't mean like
Yeah.
like, you know, Kygo, Millennium. These are EDM artists that play very chill, vibey, basically pop music,
Yeah.
just a slightly different variation on production. But
Yeah.
EDM and pop are now, you know, EDM and hip hop. How many hip hop artists have
Totally.
drops in their hip hop tracks now? You know, Lady Gaga's entire last album was house, and so like the genres are all sort of mixing, which is really cool because now as an EDM producer, you're not boxed in to
Totally, yeah.
which is kind of my goal, is to work in the way that, you know, Kygo had a collab with Selena Gomez, and DJ Snake does collabs with Justin Bieber, and he makes these electronic songs that have this pop influence. Diplo, you know, great examples.
You know what I think I don't love EDM music, like for fun? Like when I'm out and I hear it, I'm like, yeah, great fucking song. But like even if I love a Steve Aoki song and it's like on the radio, I'm like, yeah, that's a fucking pop song. Why my ears just don't lend themselves? Like that's not what I want to listen to in my free time. Because I worked at a fucking club, like a nightclub. And when I hear those sounds, I literally am like at Wolfie's fucking pub in Indiana, Pennsylvania,
Okay, Wolfie,
wearing
shout out.
4-inch heels, having to like dance on a bar and throw napkins.
Yeah.
Like I hated that shit.
That was, I used to DJ weddings. And it did the same thing for me.
Where you don't like certain songs
Yeah,
and shit.
like Brown Eyed Girl, or, you know, You've Got a Friend. What's that? Like,
You got a friend.
yeah, just
that
like,
song?
you know, the grandparents would always have
Totally.
like that playlist, and they were like, you have to play.
Whoa.
And those
Why
songs are
is
like
that?
burned into my mind.
Imagine having one of those songs, like a wedding song. Like every wedding you go to is gonna have
Crazy.
these 10 songs.
Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah.
So weird.
And
Or
then
maybe
you
just the weddings I go to in Western PA.
No, they're all
There's this-
pretty much the same.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
like the wedding playlist.
Totally. Wow. Is there a wedding playlist on Spotify? Can you check?
Oh, there's probably 25,000.
Because some people probably don't have DJs at their
If you
wedding.
could
They
get-
just play a playlist, right?
I mean, Wouldn't recommend it, but
No, but I mean, like, some people, like, can't afford it.
yeah.
So, like, I think it happens.
Put an iPod on.
Yeah, totally. So,
After
like,
we
you
had
just
the
put on one
iPods.
of these.
Yeah, I mean, you could definitely do that. Get away with it. There's got to be a million of them.
Yeah, there's a ton. There's the ultimate playlist.
Can you
for
name
just
some of the
2021.
songs?
Well, this is the ultimate wedding playlist. We got "Can't Stop the Feeling," Justin Timberlake. You Sexy Thing, Hot Chocolate. "Get Lucky," Daft Punk.
Yep.
"Shoot," Salt and Pepper.
Nice.
"Crazy Little Thing Called Love," Queen. "Shut Up and Dance," Walk the Moon. "Don't Stop Till You Get Enough," Michael Jackson. For sure, that's the wedding.
Yeah. Yeah, we're on
Banger.
brand
The whole
here.
family's dancing to it.
Want to hear something cool? One of my vocal coaches is Michael Jackson's vocal. Well, he was Michael Jackson's vocal coach.
Unless
I'm
Michael
sorry.
Jackson's still alive. Conspiracy.
I'm sorry, that's not what I meant. But how cool is that?
Wow, that's cool.
That's iconic.
Yeah, that's pretty huge.
Wow.
Yeah. I can't sing that well, though. I'm learning,
Me neither.
actually.
I actually have been too.
I can't wait to hear it.
Because I don't know how much I'll actually sing, but the thing is, as a producer, or anybody that does anything with music, if you can hear tones and sing, like, I can hum a melody better than I can play a melody out, you know?
Yeah.
This is so important.
Yeah.
I don't know that I'm ever going to be like a
what do you
great
play?
vocalist.
Do you play anything?
I play piano and guitar.
Yeah.
But-
Like enough to produce, or do you
Yeah.
play?
No, I play.
Damn. Oh, I did know that. I knew you played guitar.
Yeah.
I didn't know you played piano.
Keyboard more recently, the last couple years.
Word.
Yeah.
I've been trying to I keep trying to learn guitar over the last 5 years, I want to say. And for some reason, I just I gotta be so fucking passionate about something to do it. I've learned that about myself.
Yeah.
And in my head, I am so fucking passionate about learning guitar. But then
Yeah.
when it actually comes to you're going to spend the next hour of all the other things you want to be doing right now, painting, writing a song, I just can't do it.
I know so well what you're saying, because
Yeah.
it is.
So
For
you
me,
were passionate about guitar.
Yeah, guitar I started playing in high school, and I just, played for a few years, and it kind of stayed with me.
Yeah.
Piano was the one for me that was really exactly what you're saying. I
Yeah.
knew I wanted to be able to sit down and just write a track out quickly, but the process of being boom, 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 it's so
Totally.
tedious. And
Totally.
guitar's the same. Your fingers hurt. You can't make this position, and you're like, "Bam," and you're like,
You know what I think I have to do though, and I actually think this is gonna work. All of my tracks now have they have a few layers of guitar, but definitely a rhythm guitar in there.
yeah,
So I want to play guitar at my shows. I want to play guitar in my videos. So I will, because I'm very passionate about the actual music and the aesthetic of the music. I'll learn my own songs.
yeah,
So
and then you'll know.
that's gonna be how I have to learn. But there was just never anything that made me want to be
Yeah, you have to. I mean, the secret. You figured it out for your workouts. You have to decide that you're going to make a video or do something. Put the pressure on.
Yes.
Guitar 30-day transformation.
There's there's something wrong with my head. What's that called?
What?
There has to be something that I can't just do it. It has to be workaholic. I already processed
there it is.
this month. I don't have to go back here. I already did this on my vlog channel.
Yeah, there must be a greater purpose.
Are you a workaholic?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Do you feel like you could ever, or do you even want to break that?
Yeah. At some point. Not yet. But I think when I get older, I'll be okay, I don't need to kill myself anymore. But
Is there a certain goal? Oh my God. Oh, I thought you meant kill yourself.
oh no, I mean
Yeah.
just
No, I get it.
wear
But for a
myself
second, I
out.
was like, hold on. Do we need to talk?
No,
Oh,
just
yeah.
to the point where I'm not sleeping enough, or
Yeah.
working all through the weekends instead of taking a second to watch a football game and hang out.
Yeah. Do you have a goal in mind that you're this is what it's gonna be, where I'm okay, I can slow down, do the family thing?
No, not really. I mean, my main goal with music, obviously, is to make music I love. But as far as a tangible goal, a couple of my friends, Nightmare and Slander, they're a really amazing producer, DJs, and they played the main stage at EDC a few years ago, and they invited me to just come up during their set and hang out for a second while they played a few tracks. And just their music is so incredible. and seeing, 80,000 people just like going crazy to their music and hearing their story of how they started and everything, it really inspired me. So I went to music school for producing, and I set that as a goal. Like, I want to play the main stage at EDC. So that's kind of like my main tangible thing, but I'm just honestly happy just having fun with it. I've only technically put out one original song yet, but I have about 50 done that I'm just...
Are you going to put all of them out?
No.
So when are you going to start your selection process? When are you going to start putting out?
I mean, I'm kind of going through it now. I decided at the beginning of this year, I want to try to do like one track a month or more for the whole year. So I'm going to start putting them out, but I felt like, we were talking about dance versus music.
Month?
Yeah, towards the end of the month. Yeah. Yeah,
No
just
date, or?
No, not yet.
Okay,
Yeah, we're gonna shoot a music video probably next week and then base it off that. But yeah, I just want to make stuff, and if something hits, if it feels right, I'll put it out. If not, I made it for me, and then move on.
Yeah, I actually just got to that realization like this week of like these songs that I was holding on for. I wrote them at this point 2.5 years ago, and I remember that feeling of excitement. I was so excited about them for so long that like. It's like I just trained myself to think I was excited about them. And I felt like, well, they meant so much to me for so long. So like I have to put it out. So I was like banging my head against the wall with like a handful of tracks of like, okay, this is like a really catchy, interesting, awesome song. But like, I don't want that out there. Like for me, like I would, if somebody else wants it, fine. Or like maybe it's like a weird side project later on, I'll find a way to reimagine it. But like I thought I'd never throw away a song. And now I'm finally like,
that's so
I'm gonna toss
interesting.
some songs.
Maybe that's a genre thing, because every producer that I've been around, my buddy's, he just released an album that has like 14 songs on it. He's like, yeah, I probably made 200 songs to pick 14,
No, I was just very immature about it.
Or just really connected to the story or whatever it was, if you felt like you wrote it from a place, I understand completely. Like, but yeah, there's, some things like when you have that pressure, I feel like for me, that's in anything, that's such a huge thing that I try to remind myself of is if I put too much pressure on this and it's not fun, then the quality starts to go downhill. Like some days I'm going to make a shitty song, and I do that all the time. I make a song, I'm like, this is garbage. Cool. Save it. Tomorrow, start fresh,
See,
and that's such a nice
for me,
place.
it's like, I never just write songs. Like I've never booked a studio session to write. I booked a session because I wrote something. And like when I write something, it's because like my lyrics are like poetry. You know what I mean? Like they mean something to me. Like I'm expressing on every like word. It has to sound exactly the way I feel, or I'm not going to put it out. So like I put so much work and love and emotion into them that those were always a work of art to me. But now they're not. So I have to be like...
So what do you... Because you write with a very... Like, I'm sure you write with a very obvious idea in your head of like how you kind of think it should sound and the vibe and whatever. Is it hard, like, when you work with the producers, like, getting that vision to match? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think that's probably why, and I don't say this in any way to like anything negative towards my producers. They're incredible. But like sometimes like producers all have different like genres, or like I'm not communicating properly because I don't know what the fuck I'm saying because I'm still new.
It's hard. It's hard to get on the same.
Yeah.
And sometimes it just happens and you're like, holy shit, that's it.
Yeah, because like I listen to rock my whole life, so like when I'm saying like, oh, that sound from like the early 90s, da 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 da, and they're like, no, not really. Can you give me like 50 references and I'll listen on my own time? Like I don't know. So it's just
that sound.
Yeah, totally. So like it took a while, and it's just about working with like a lot of different people. Yeah,
getting on the same vibe. But that's what I'm saying is some days you could be the most amazing songwriter, amazing producer, and you're just going to write some stuff and you'll be like, that's trash.
Yeah.
And that has to be okay. For me, like, I can't, otherwise I'll kill myself. Like, so much pressure, like, oh my God, it's got to be, just write it, let it go, write it, let it go.
I'm just now entering that phase of I'm going to start booking sessions just to write some shit. Because, like, it's more fun.
Yeah.
Like, I think I got that, like, angsty thing out of my system where I was like, I have so much to say and I have to say it just right. Like, I did that. I'm over it. So I'm just gonna make some fun shit now.
All right, well, let's get a session in.
I would love to hear what I sound like on an EDM track, but I don't think I have an EDM voice.
You don't understand quite what the genre is, I think.
I don't think so.
Because I think I could play you some stuff that you would be like, oh, this is considered EDM, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, just like such a broad thing at the end of the day. You could even say, you know, there's songs like Imagine Dragons songs, for instance, that have like a lot of connections with EDM.
Totally.
And you would still probably call it more like rock indie vibe, but you could also argue like,
I would call
this
them
is-
like pop,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, pop rock.
Yeah, pop rock.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll listen to some stuff.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm down. I think I really was just always scarred by like never getting it in college and working in a bar and just all of that shit.
Completely. And just I have a bad, when you say like, and there's artists like Stevie Aoki and Tiesto.
Oh, am I being
that I
so
absolutely
rude
love.
by being like, I don't like the music you make?
No.
Okay,
But I'm saying
good.
like, you could go to a festival here or a bar and hear just that one type and be like, that's not me. This is more, you know,
Yeah.
like hip hop. I mean, you'd be like, if you hear Drake and be like, oh, I don't like hip hop. But no, there's a million different versions of it. You know, it's the same.
100%.
same thing.
Wow. I can't believe I really just didn't allow myself to open my mind.
We're going to get you there.
Yeah, and to be honest, like I probably actually have a lot of EDM music on my phone and just didn't consider it like EDM.
Yeah.
Like when I'm thinking of EDM, I'm thinking of like Skrillex, Nice Sprite, Scary Monsters was a song.
Heck yeah.
Scary Monsters was a last one.
There it is.
Okay.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is definitely EDM, but just not the only kind.
Dude.
That's like heavy, you know, when you're like really trying to turn up.
Do you know that Skrillex is Sonny Moore from First to Last, the band?
Yes.
Okay, so my dream, because I actually did like Skrillex music. Like it's not something I would go add to my library, but not a lot of shit is. But like I got like pumped when it was on.
Yeah.
So like some shit like that, like I loved the like scream sound of it and stuff, and it was like a little more like edgy and like rock sounding.
Yeah.
So I liked it a lot. But like imagine him just making music like from First to Last, but with this EDM twist on it. That would be fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I can't believe he hasn't done that.
Well, there's like dubstep, right? But then there's also these subgenres they call like death step, where it's like metal, kind of what you're talking about. You should check it out. It's out there. It exists.
Yeah. Well, send it to me.
All right.
I will 100% like listen wholeheartedly
All right.
and with the most open of minds.
I think you'd be surprised.
I think so too. I honestly just, to be dead fucking serious, I haven't really listened to music leisurely since I started making music.
Wow.
And
that's
maybe
interesting.
even a little bit before then. And I've been trying to figure out, like, at some point, I used to be addicted to music. Like, all day long, like, listening to albums I loved cover to cover, like, know every single word to every Panic at the Disco, My Chemical Romance, 30 Seconds to Mars, like, every word, every melody, every harmony, like, it was such a huge part of my life.
Yeah.
And then at one point, I started, like, completely avoiding music to the point that, like, if you would have asked me an album that came out in the last, like, 10 years, I would, like, struggle to tell you one because I was so disconnected from, like, anything except that I was just hearing in places. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then still listening to my old music. And for some reason, like, avoiding listening to music. I don't know how to explain it.
Do you think it's something like because you're creating it, you want to just kind of be
This
like
was
a blank
before I was
slate?
creating it. Like, there was just, like, this huge gap in time where I was just like, music makes me anxious. And I, like, stopped completely. And then when I started making music, that's when I was like, bro, I listen to music all fucking day because I have to listen to all my mixes and shit. And I don't want to listen to any more music.
I have to hear this girl's voice one more time.
Yeah. So I
Yeah, I
haven't,
feel
like,
it.
searched for music in a long time.
All right, well, I got you.
Sick.
Yeah, there's a lot out there. You know, it's like, for me too, I'm constantly discovering new genres that I like too. Because I would be like, oh, I like, you know, say dubstep, really aggressive stuff. And then I'd go to a show and see someone play guitar over soft drums, and that's EDM too. And I'm like, wow, okay, I want to do that. I want to do this. I want to do that. Which is kind of my biggest problem now is I'm sort of all over the place and trying to narrow in more so.
Yeah. I think I'm just now realizing that I thought that EDM meant no like analog instruments.
No.
That was like my major issue.
Really?
Yeah, because like whenever I was like my association with EDM was like no analog instruments. It was all just electronic. Like what kids were like rolling on Molly at like college bars in Pittsburgh. And you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
That was EDM to me. It was like these annoying nightclubs of like blue, 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 with like a random girl's voice every once in a while.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And they're like, let's go to the EDM. Like, oh, they're going to be playing EDM. Let's get Molly. And then I could hear the music that they were playing. And I was like, this sucks.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
No, it was so bad, dude. I was just sitting there like, I don't know how to dance to this. This is so weird.
It's perfect. You don't have to just jump or punch or
Yeah,
anything at that point.
That's not what college girls were doing when they were going out to the club with frat guys. It was just a weird, dude. It was a weird environment. Everybody was just like on drugs being weird whenever it was around EDM, but like not dancing, like just like making out with each other because it was college. Whatever.
Yeah, I think we've been to different shows, but I do also know what you're talking about.
I didn't go to shows. I was going to fucking bars in Pittsburgh.
Wow, they go hard in Pittsburgh, huh?
Speaking of Pittsburgh,
I knew.
what the fuck?
I know.
Dude?
I see your T-shirt.
I'm so upset. What happened?
That was a massacre. I don't know. I honestly like from the first play, it was ridiculous. I've never seen a game like that ever.
It looked like a parody on like Billy Madison. For real. That's a play he would do. That was crazy. That was the Water Boy. I'm an idiot. Fuck.
Yeah.
You know
I know what you meant.
Bro.
Yeah, it was crazy. We had such a good season.
That's what's so crazy is like, how do you go from having, was it 11? 11 wins?
11-0.
You're 11-0, and then you never win another game?
We won one more, but
you know what I mean.
yeah.
What the fuck was that?
Yeah.
And listen, Cleveland, I'm sorry from Cleveland listeners. So we lost the Browns?
Honestly, even the Browns are supporting us.
Actually,
they have to be.
Their record was the same as ours this year.
One less, but they were good.
Close,
yeah, they're good this year for sure.
When I'm talking about sports and I say the same, what I mean is
almost
pretty close.
Okay, fair.
Like,
but your sports knowledge is pretty good. You got the Steelers on lock.
Never before, and I realized my fucking neurotic, perfectionist, workaholic ass. I never cared about sports because I didn't have anything to get excited for. And it was like, oh, the Steelers they won 3 games in a row? That's kind of interesting. 4 games in a row? I said, babe, I'm fucking watching this shit with you. 5 games in a row, and I was like, this is what I do on Sunday now. And then we got
evolution.
to like, and then by 10 games, I was literally like texting my friends about the Steelers game.
Wow. What? You didn't text me?
I know. It was just one of those things where I was like, okay, me and Matt haven't really hung out in COVID, so like, I feel like we'll hang out after COVID.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, if we're good next season, shoot me a text.
No, for sure. I didn't know if you wanted to hang out. I didn't know. Well, who knows? Like, maybe I was wrong, and then, like, you were the one who was like, oh, yeah, like, we hung out when, like, there were parties and releases. Wow. Do you see how every good thing can also be a bad thing?
Yeah. That's crazy that you even considered that. But I know what you're talking about.
I did it till just now as a joke.
Really?
Yeah, no.
But I know what you mean. Because there's certain people that I absolutely love. And every time I see them, I'm like, oh my God, hey, I haven't seen you in forever. 3 days later, am I like, yo, I should text them and like get a meal? No, not really. Yeah. But I love them, you know? It's just, in the industry, I think that's natural.
I think I just realized why I value our friendship so much. Because like, we really do low-key only hang out in those types of settings a lot of the time. But like, it's because we know we're both busy and we know we enjoy each other's company. So we take advantage of those situations. Yeah. Like if we were each other's carpet dates or like movie dates for premieres and screenings. Cause it's like, okay, we're both single. We're both like for real platonic. For real. Like for real platonic always. So like, that was just like an easy, comfortable friendship that I actually did value and didn't like, we weren't needy of each other.
Yeah. I think it was a good balance too, because every time we've collabs or something, you know, we always like chat and catch up and stuff, but we also know like how to get out in business, get it done. Like we would always film videos super fast and have a good time, then chill for a second. So it never felt like, oh, I have to do this collab. It's like, hey, I get to catch up with my friend, and you know, it had always had a good vibe to it.
Yeah, that's the difference between like a collab and a like friendship.
Yeah.
It's real interesting because like you don't always know the difference, but then like you're like, oh yeah.
Especially for the TikTok crowd, y'all won't understand as much because you can just like collab real quick on a couple things. But when we would do these YouTube collabs, like it takes a minute. Like you really get to know somebody when you work on something, especially like dancing that's like athletic and challenging. You know, like we put in hours.
Yeah.
Like tons of hours to get.
I was always like, I'll come rehearse one day, and then the next day we'll use an hour to rehearse again, and then we'll change our clothes.
Yeah.
But it was so fun.
Yeah.
God, I wonder if that's like gonna be a part of my life again at some point, or if I'm just like, I don't do that anymore.
Like
now I'm like out of
YouTube
shape.
collabs or dancing?
No, like dancing, because I really love that. And I was like,
I think you watch. You're gonna make an EDM song. And you're gonna be like, you know what I need? You have 12 backup dancers. You're gonna be doing 4 hours of choreography, playing the guitar. It's
I'm
gonna be
not in
crazy.
shape
2022.
anymore, though. Like, you gotta be in shape to be a good dancer.
I'm not in shape right now.
But
I mean, like,
no, okay, it's not the same. It's really not. You are a dancer.
but I did a 40-second dance video the other day, and I was about dying at the end of it. Granted, we had to wear masks, so that while dancing is a whole nother challenge.
I have a question. Have you performed for anyone this year?
No,
Oh, damn, I had a question that I've been dying to ask.
but
You know how, like, at the award shows, the dancers are always wearing masks, and, like, the guitar players and shit are wearing masks?
yeah.
Do you think that's for show, or do you think they're, like, for real following protocol? Like, do you think they went to every
No,
rehearsal
it's
with their
for show.
mask on?
It's for show.
That's wild.
But this is why I know it's for show.
I guess it's
because
good to set an example.
It's setting an example, right? Because what people don't know when they watch those shows is that before they went to the rehearsal, before they went to the audition, before they went to whatever they went to, they had a COVID test on the spot before they were allowed in the room.
Right.
So
Right.
we all know that we're negative, everyone's good and everything like that. But when you're on a stage performing, the people at home don't know, oh, they took 17 COVID tests before they did this. So I think that's why it's important to like show it, because then people take the hint, you know, like we're respecting it. But yeah, I hosted a show for New Year's in Vegas, and before anything happens, test.
What do you mean a show? Like, what
It
is-
was me and Lily hosted like a New Year's show.
Oh, cool.
It was like Post Malone and Jack Harlow, Sweetie,
How
and
did
a
I
bunch
miss
of
that?
artists. You were probably doing something on New Year's instead of watching.
But, like, I'm sure you guys were like, posting about it.
Yeah.
I didn't see
It was a
anything.
big show. It was really, really, really dope.
Yo, Peyton said he found this thing on Instagram that you can click, and then it shows you, like, the posts that you've interacted with or whatever, and then it says, like, posts you've hidden, and there's another one that says posts that we don't show you, like accounts we don't show you.
Wow.
Like, there's literally a list on Instagram that says,
That's
like,
crazy.
yeah, so, like, they might not show me. Actually, I don't know if I ever followed you back on Instagram. Yeah, I did. Whenever I unfollowed everybody, but I for sure followed you back, though. But yeah, apparently, like, they just, like, why did you make that choice for me?
Yeah, that's interesting.
It's so
It
weird.
must be based on the algorithm. Like if you swipe past someone's post enough times, maybe
Yeah,
like
but still
automatically
show
adds
me.
it.
I'll decide if I want to unfollow that
Yeah.
person later.
I
but,
mean,
like,
I noticed that. I follow like, 1,000 people, 2,000 people. I have no idea, but I only see the same 30 people stuff ever.
yeah, and think about how that affects, say, a band. Say you love a band,
Yeah.
you follow them because you want to know when they're dropping music, but you're not somebody who only interacts with, like, your girlfriend and your sister on Instagram. Like, you
Yeah.
don't really use it like that, so you're not liking their pictures and shit. I still want to know when they have an announcement. I just don't want to interact with their posts.
Yeah, or maybe they don't post when they're not doing stuff. So they don't post
Yeah.
for 3 months. And then they're like, album dropping, but because they've been
Yeah.
dormant for 3 months, the algorithm doesn't pick it up.
Dude, when I deleted my social media for 6 weeks, I knew it would before I did it, and I did it anyways. It destroyed everything.
Wow.
In my like my likes dropped like drastically. And I know it wasn't just like well, we don't like you anymore kind of thing, because
Yeah.
even when everybody was like, in the heat of like cruelty.
There it is. We found it.
Like at the peak of that, when like everybody was shitting on me, like my engagement was still really good. My likes were still really high.
I mean, yeah, that nothing gets engagement out like some drama.
So I know it's not that people just like hate me now. It's because like I did not post for 6 weeks.
Wow.
So like all the algorithms, the break, it changed my life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I came back and I think it's probably honestly kind of weird for my audience to see, just because like it broke me from all of the shit that was like fantasy in my head, because I just lived in this really, really bizarre world that not a lot of people can really understand. I think you can probably understand it a little bit, but like not even like to the extent of like being fucking in it, where like your life and like your work and content, you're in like a fucking fever dream. You're like, I don't know how to put words to it. And like someday I will, and like someday I'll tell a really amazing story about like just everything.
Yeah,
but like
fascinating. Like,
yeah, it fucked with my head really badly.
Do you think it was like the content that you chose just to have everything be like so personal and
definitely. Yeah.
Like it starts to be like, when am I me and when am I filming me and when am I storytelling me? Like, it was
I
that
also
kind of thing?
didn't know who I was.
Yeah.
So like I was still figuring it out. So like I never really had to be an adult, because I always thought of myself as very like independent and mature, because I've like paid for everything my whole life. I got through college myself. Like I hustled my way to the top, like always took care of myself. So I'm like, yeah, I'm like a really independent, mature person. But I think I was greatly emotionally stunted, because I went from college where like I tried and like I did really well and I graduated with honors, but like, come on, like I wasn't really working hard. Like I wasn't throwing myself into the culture of the city or like taking advantage of the classes and really learning. I was doing what I had to do to get good grades, because I wasn't passionate about it. So it was very mechanical. It was like, okay, this professor always uses like this from the slide, so I know I don't even have to fucking bother reading the book. I'm going to memorize the slide because it's going to be exact on the test.
You know, that's exactly what you did with Vine.
It's what I did with everything.
And everything. I remember one of the first times when we were doing the competition show. I don't know if you remember this conversation, but it stuck out to me. It really stuck out to me because you were like...
Am I going to cringe?
No, it was a good thing, I think. But to me, it was like so foreign at the time. But you were like, okay, what are you doing with your stuff? You know, because I was always just like posting here and there. I didn't really know. And you were like, no, let me see your thing. Okay, no, you should be posting between 1:30 and 1:36. That's your peak time. And then don't do videos like this. And then, okay, I always post with this thing, with this. Like you knew every piece of information and how things worked and why and what and when. And now that's a little more common. You'll hear people talk about post time and hashtags. That was like 6-7 years ago. Nobody was really talking about that kind of stuff, especially in my circles. Like if, we had no idea. And I was like, oh, this is why she's doing well. Like not just the creative side, but like you really took the step, and for anybody that's creating, I think that's just as important as making good content is being aware of how you're marketing it and the details, like it's why whatever you do, it ends up being successful is because you study the full aspect of it, not just like, oh, I'm going to write a book. No, like, how am I going to write this book? How am I going to get it out there, from there?
That's so interesting. When you were saying that, I was hearing you say it back to me the way that it sounds to other people. And like, if you're like looking for a reason not to like me, for example, like you might take it the way that I'm about to say that I experienced it just now. Like you're saying it like, damn, it was cool. You were like helping me out with all the shit. But hearing the way you said it, that is pretty much how I said it. It was like, no, listen, you got to pick a time to post. You got to do this, whatever. And I've had people get like upset being like, she was like acting like she was so much smarter and better than me, and like get really offended and make it like I tried to help somebody out one time with a brand deal, for example, because I saw that they did a brand deal that had also reached out to me. And I was like, hey, like, if you don't mind me asking, like, what did you charge for that post? I want to see whatever. And they told me, and I was like, listen, I got to let you know, like, you should be asking for more. Ask for more. I was like, I did the same. I was about to do the same thing. They offered me 4 times that, like, because I asked. So, like, you have to be your own advocate and you have to ask. And that person literally blocked my number and like talked so much shit about me because they were like, she was like rubbing it in my face how much money she made, and I was like, dude, no, I was trying to help you. Like, I wanted to see you fucking win, bitch.
Yeah.
I was trying to let you know.
That's called insecurity.
100% it's insecurity.
Because you would do that to me all the time, and I remember all those conversations. I literally forwarded you emails that I got from agents, from things, and be like, Gab, what should I do in this situation? Here's what I would do. This is what I would charge. This is how I would go about it. This like, and that I always saw it as like, wow, somebody that understands something better than me.
Because you weren't looking for a reason to hate me.
Yeah, no, I made more money because of your advice, like straight up.
That's
like,
what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, like anybody,
Dude, when I discovered Vine and like this, like the social media grind, like to me, that was a fucking gold mine.
Yeah.
So like, I wanted to tell everybody everything. Cause like, if I fuck with you and like you have talent and like you just don't know what the fuck you're doing and I cracked the fucking code, like I was telling every single person who told me they wanted to create shit, I was like, okay, this is what you gotta do. Post at this time, stay consistent, meet with this person, like whatever. If somebody, like I did that for a lot, like send me your contracts. Like to me, I'm just trying to help.
Yeah.
Thank you for like letting me see that about myself though, because I'm intense.
Yeah.
So like it just comes like you said to like your security, your confidence. Are you going to be
Absolutely.
secure, or are you going to be like?
Well, and I'm, you know, even in that time, I didn't know a lot about this, but I was confident as a person that if I thought you were being like that, I'd have been like, no, I'm good. Like, I'll just handle it. And you probably would have been like, okay, cool, just offering.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, okay, cool. Like,
Totally.
go about our day. Like, there's no reason to like not say it and then talk, you know, whatever. It's just like, you know, very few people in this world will take the time to help you or look over a contract and be like, here's what I would do. So, you know, I think when you find people that genuinely want to see you do better, that's rare. Like, that's a good, like, hold on to those people, you know?
Well, I think that's just an important lesson in LA in general. If you're out here,
I mean, like, honestly, anywhere.
That's why our friendship is still here, though. Like, we've been around forever because, like, we do care about each other like a lot, and like those and realize, like, find those people, and like to anyone listening, I want to urge you to just like, because I've never heard anyone say that, so thank you so much because that like really meant a lot to me. Like, share your knowledge because like you cultivate good friendships. You help me out whenever I have a fucking question. You've like hooked me up with people. Like you can just help each other. Like not everything's a competition, especially with social media. Like I've never looked at social media as a competition. I've never not wanted somebody to do well because like we're not competing. Like somebody can follow 1 billion people. Like watching your content doesn't mean they're not going to watch mine. So like share the wealth. If you fucking blow up, like I'm taking you with me, you're taking me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, just be, I guess, nice.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like, in my opinion, it's better to have a few ride or dies that are really dope people that, you know, than to necessarily be great friends with anybody, you know, where you're, quote, great friends, but you're not actually there for them, you know? And so I think what goes around comes around. Like it's really true, especially in an industry like this where it's a small circle. Like, you know, if you're good to people, you look out for them. Like the good ones will stick around.
Yeah, totally. Oh, thank God for this year, dude.
It's been a weird one.
Yeah, I don't mean that.
But
like you, I hope everyone just listening isn't going to be like again, like go COVID. But like,
no, we know what you mean though.
Emotionally, it saved me.
You know, I think like for me, it was something that when it happened at first, and I was like, I can't tour, I can't teach. Like I went through like a good 4 to 6 weeks where I was like, what do I do? Like, I'm supposed to be on a plane right now. Like I didn't really, it was hard for me to like adjust to it, you know? And then the next 2 or 3 months was sort of like, all right, how do I kind of make this work and whatever. And then towards the end of this year, like I started to see the silver lining in it of, you know, I got to do more music and I got to chill and figure out what's really important. And I think with everything that's a challenge, if you're able to turn it into find that thing that good that could come out of it and really put your energy into that. You know, I saw so many of my friends that were on the wrong path kind of correct, and with me like burning myself out and kind of recorrect. And so I think there's a lot to be grateful for, really.
I think so too. I feel like this year, in my experience, I actually want to ask the listeners too, leave a comment if you kind of experience some type of silver lining like that. Because I think for me, it was a lot of ego death, like a lot of shit that I just had to kill my fucking ego in a lot of situations. And then just like true humility, because I always went through the motions. Like I literally would wake up and like say all the things that I was like grateful for. And I meant that. Like I wake up and I'm grateful for my house. I'm grateful for my family and my friends and these that I'm doing what I love for a living. But I don't think I truly like felt it to the pit of my stomach because I was always looking for the next thing. So like I would get these accomplishments, felt good for a couple minutes, but then it was like, okay, so that felt good. And now I'm forgetting about that already. And now I have to do something else. So it was like this endless chase of just not being just like grateful. And I finally just reached this point where like I felt so stuck in what I was doing and just, it felt like I wasn't like winning anymore. Like the things, like my manifestations always came true to like a delusional extent. I thought I had a fucking superpower. Cause like when I said shit, it happened and it never didn't happen.
That's crazy.
So like for the first time in my life this year, it didn't happen. Like all the shit, like my plan went completely awry, just like a lot of people. And then I was like, oh shit, if I never got anything else, I already win. Like, I built this life that, like, what am I chasing at this point? Like, what is it that's going to be the thing where I'm like, okay, I can just stop and breathe and be happy? Is it more streams? Is it a platinum? Well, I think if I was chasing a platinum, well, then it's like, well, I got a platinum single, a platinum record. Well, I haven't gotten a Grammy.
Never stops.
Yeah, and I just really finally was just like, at 29, I have accomplished more than child Gabbie Hanna in Newcastle, Pennsylvania ever thought was possible. That's enough. Like, this is sick. Everything else is just fucking bonus.
Yeah.
This is a bonus.
That's real.
I have enough success that I could look at myself and say, holy shit, you did what? What?
Yeah.
Like, if you would have told me as a kid, this is where you live, this is your boyfriend, these are your cats, these are your friends, this is your house, these are your accomplishments, I'd be like, fuck, I'm cool as shit. So everything right now is just fun.
Yeah, that's a great perspective.
It took a long time.
That's that's hearing you say it. I'm like, yeah, I could definitely adopt some more of that into my life.
I think you're on like the verge of it.
Yeah.
As you're realizing like, okay, the social media thing, like the collabs are less frequent, the content's different, and it's not taking as much time or effort. Let me shift to this other thing. And then I think you're going to just feel a little bit like more settled in your roots and really find your passions and also accept your success as something that's like, dude, like you've done so much. If you would have retired or fell off or whatever, like 5 years ago, you would still in my head be one of the greatest dancers of all time. To me, one of the smartest businessmen I've ever met. You traveled and like did shows in Hong Kong, the Philippines, India, like literally everywhere. Is there anywhere you haven't performed? Dude, you're touring with celebrities? That's you're friends with Jason Derulo? Like for real, like hit my line, text me, bro. That's so cool. You didn't expect that when you were a kid, or did you? I don't know.
No, I mean, I remember when I moved out here, my goal was to pay my rent with dance, like not have to get a side job, like get to the point where I could just dance and pay my bills. Mm-hmm. And I was like, if I do that and I book some music videos, like I made it. Yeah. Yeah. So I feel absolutely the same, like super grateful. And if I retired tomorrow and never danced again, I'd be completely happy with everything in my career.
And you have a business in place, like everything you do right now, bonus round.
Yeah.
Life just got so much more fun for you because you realized you're in bonus round. Everything here is just pure like, fuck it. Extra live, sick. Extra coin, dope. Like this is life right now. We're bonus rounding.
Bonus rounding. The new term.
You know what's so funny? My friend one time told me this really funny metaphor that like touched me in a really deep way that actually changed my life. And so he said, I was in a really bad place. And I was like, dude, this fucking sucks. Like, whatever. He said, chill, you're just slingshotting. And I was like, slingshotting, what does that mean? And he said, right now the universe is pulling you back, back, back as far as you can until you almost break. So when it lets go, you're going to fucking fly. And I was like, whoa, I'm fucking slingshotting. So for the next 2 years, like when I was at my lowest points, I'd be like, fucking slingshotting. Pulling back further, the worse it gets, the better it's going to be. And then I texted him the other day and like I wrote like a blog post about it. And I sent it to him and he's like, I said that.
Like I was drunk.
He was stoned out of his fucking mind. But it was brilliant.
Wow, he just made that up on the spot.
Yeah. And like at the moment he was probably just like, dude, this fucking brilliant. And he never remembered it.
Yeah.
And that's the downside. Fuck.
It's like those motivational speakers. There's a movie was it Yes Man? There was some movie where at the end he's like, I've been doing this because you said it. The motivational speaker guy's like, it's a metaphor. Like you're not supposed to actually follow it.
Yeah.
He's like, oh shoot, I fucked up.
Dude, commercials are so much more annoying now than they've ever been. Are we all impaired, or do you not watch that much TV?
I mean, I watch football. I see football coming, but I feel like they're funny. They're pretty good.
I started watching TV for the first time like in my life in quarantine. Like I never did. The only time I would watch shows is if I was like illustrating and wanted background sound. Like that was not a thing a workaholic allows themselves to do. But I started watching TV and I'm on like Hulu or whatever I have so many streaming services right now. And like the same commercial, I fuck you not, will play like 2 times in a row. And then another commercial will play and then it'll play again 2 times in a row.
What
and I'm
is
like,
that?
I can't fucking watch TV anymore. Wow, Sam's not in this conversation at all. For some reason, I thought you were super engaged this whole time.
What's that?
I thought you were like super like engaged in the conversation.
Oh, I was looking up like stuff on Hulu since you were talking about TV and whatnot.
Speaking of engaged, he just got married on a whim.
Whoa, big quarantine moves.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
He's a mister now.
Yeah, we have a Zoom recording of the wedding, and I want to edit a shorter version of it because it was just so like.
That's their wedding
That's
video.
crazy.
How fucking 2020 is it that your
Wow.
wedding video is a fucking
Zoom.
wow.
Yeah, that's wild. I've spent so much time on Zoom and learning how to do all these like remote recording for the different shows.
Oh, that's
I never thought that I would be like.
Yeah.
Here's my wedding.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Zoom is pretty awesome though. I can't believe we didn't use it like before.
Yeah, I mean we do like Google Hangouts, but Zoom's a lot
guess.
easier.
Dude, I fucking hate video meetings.
Yeah, I'm not
That
into it.
shit runs me up
If
the
there's like a
wall.
lag and you can't hear, or someone's typing.
Oh my
It's
god.
just the conversations, they just never end for some reason. There'll be like, one more thing.
As
Do
we're
you
going
have
into
the-
an hour and a half.
But it's like, there's always like 15
Yes.
people on there and they each have to say their spiel and stuff. And you're like, and your face is there. So you can't like.
Dude,
You're
I
like-
just let it show now.
Yeah.
I've like reached the point in my career where like, no, I'm not going to say that because it's not really true, but it's a lot better than it was. Like whenever people are working with celebrities and they're like, oh yeah, she came through here on a book tour. Like I remember, I'm not going to say the actress's name because I don't think it's like fair, but he was like, yeah, she was like, so, she wasn't very friendly. Like she didn't really talk to us. She didn't like, and like just kind of saying how like rude and like arrogant this celebrity is. And at the time I was like, damn, because when I was on my book tour, like every single person I meet, I'm like, yo, what's up? And I would like expend all of my energy that I had, like hanging out with and like entertaining the like employees. That not always, like I'm not kind of calling out like bookstores, but like it was me doing it because I wanted to be like a very friendly experience. But then by the end of it, I was like having panic attacks because I was like, oh my God, like I can't like all day I'm just like on and smiling and have to talk and like it was so hard. So now when I think about like rude celebrities, I'm like, probably not.
Yeah, that's so crazy you say that for a book tour because I always say that to Andy, my assistant on the tours. I'm like, it's not the 4 hours of teaching dance class that wears me out. It's the 3 hours of meet and greet. That's like
it's really
exhausting.
hard,
And I'm the
yeah.
same. Like I'm so grateful for every person that comes to my class. So I want to take the time to like, oh my God, thank you. Tell me the story. You know, take the photos, all that. But there is something energetically that if you do that for a month or so, it's exhausting.
And it sucks that you can't just like, because I feel like it's hard to just be a normal person when you're like meeting fans in those types of situations, which again, we're all like super grateful for, but like, if you were to meet me for real on the street and just be like, hey, what's up? I'm Samantha. And I'd be like, hey, what's up? I'm Gabbie. But like when you meet like the fan experience, it's more of like a, oh my God, like, thank you so much. And it's like, because you mean it.
Yeah,
you
of
really
course.
do.
You have to, you want to match their energy genuinely.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So like the normal human response isn't to do that thing.
Over and over and over.
Yeah, but like
hard.
they're excited because they're meeting like their favorite YouTuber. So you're right. You want to match that energy. But like if you do that, like, 700 to 2,000 person stops every night for like a month, like,
yeah, it's a lot. I mean, I think you're right. That's like when you hear people say stuff like that. Sometimes it's hard for someone. I know I didn't realize it until I was in it. How that pressure is, because like you say, if someone's been supporting you and looking up to you or loving your music, loving your whatever, there's no way you're not going to be like, oh my God, thank you so much.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it does take a toll on you. So yeah, when I hear stuff like that, I'm like,
Or when you see like the paparazzi videos of like Demi Lovato rushing through to her car and they're like, oh, come on, Demi, you can't stop for like one picture. Like, come on, like you can't like say hi, you can't take a selfie. Like, dude, like not every day, every time she has to go to a meeting.
Yeah, poor girl.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's interesting that while obviously, like you say, the criticism and stuff is hard for you, but yet you have the desire and the courage to make content, which is probably the most heavily criticized genre on YouTube, which is vlogging, talking, that type of stuff. Like, I get a little bit of hate from time to time, like, oh, I didn't like that one step he did, or like, that choreography looks like his other, whatever. But I don't really get personal attacks because I'm not putting myself out there that much. Yeah. Your whole career has been like opening up to camera. And so you have a really different, it's interesting to hear you say like that even though that's hard for you, that's still your desire is to like put stuff out there that potentially could receive criticism.
Which is like this like cliche of like everything goes back to your childhood and your parents and things that happen when you're younger. But like, it's true. Yeah. And like every single time I would like get on a topic about anything in my life, it would go back to my childhood and like my relationship with my parents. And I was like, damn, that shit's real. Yeah. But then once you recognize it, you're like, oh, that's an irrational thing that I'm doing. I don't need to do that anymore.
Yep. Yeah, I think that's something as you get older, whether it's a small thing, like you'll say something and be like, I sound like my dad. I sound like my mom.
Oh, I know. Even like the way I touch the back of my hair. Yeah. Do you notice that with your mom or anything?
I noticed some of like my mom's mannerisms, just like listening or how she kind of starts a thought in a conversation. Specifically like this last like time going down there for Christmas and whatnot.
Has your laugh ever sounded like a parent's laugh?
Yeah.
Oh, I hate that so much. Yeah.
My mom had like one, because she would work like corporate sometimes, but it wasn't really her thing. Like she's not really. And so she had like a business laugh, and she didn't know she was doing it, but like her real laugh and her work laugh were different.
What is a business laugh? Like more like.
Do you ever see that episode of Friends and Chandler has his work laugh? Yeah. And he's like, it's like obviously over dramatic. Yeah. Super. But that's a real thing.
Totally.
Like, and his boss would make a joke.
Yeah. Dude, I had a fucking voice for 6 years on the internet. Like I had a fucking voice.
Like an internet.
A camera voice. Yeah. And that's the camera voice that you have to keep up with.
Oh my gosh. Have you ever collabed? I mean, maybe you were. I didn't really notice this stuff. I know what you're talking about, but it wasn't that extreme with you. But have you ever collabed with somebody and they're like, hey, what's up, bro? Yeah, chill. Cool. Oh. All right, cool. Like, yeah, we'll just make the video. Like, let's hang out. You want to chill for a second? Yeah, it's chill. Like, so what's been going up? Okay, camera comes out. Okay, all right. We ready? Yeah, cool. What's up, guys? We're back. And you're like, what happened? What? Like, what?
Dude, that's the type of shit we were talking about earlier where it's like, it's crazy. The type of shit that does, like, that was also me and everything I was surrounded by. So, like, and that, like, this is not I feel like this is how it just is with vloggers in general. But, like, everything is a possible moment of content. Yeah. So, like, right now, how we've just been, like, laughing and chilling, like, if we weren't filming, which is, very ironic of me to be saying this now, but, like, before, when we were at the table, like, all of those little moments that were, like, funny or entertaining, it's immediate camera, do it again. wait a minute, haha, like whatever. And now like the flow of that fun organic moment is like gone.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay. And then you kind of like work up to like another like exciting moment. And then it's like right away, like work mode, period. And then it's like, okay, the vibe is gone. It was just like, that's what it was. It's like really, it's a really hard job. And like, if you're not a very mentally strong person, like it's not, you'll have a mental breakdown and delete your social media for 6 weeks. Like, for
the
real.
line blurs, right? Like, I haven't done it much, but I'll vlog a little bit, and I would be like, okay, I'm in Dubai, let's go skydiving. And I'm like, okay, wait, do I want to skydive, or do I want to make a good vlog?
Totally.
Let's go to that restaurant, because it was rated, do I want to drive all the way there because I want to drive there, or is it a good piece of content? And it's fine if it's that I'm going because it's a good piece of content, or I'm jumping out of fair, but I need to know that I'm making that decision for that. Because when you start thinking, no, I really do want to drive 2 hours to get a sandwich, then you're like, that's when you become a little nuts, you know? And I've felt myself like go back and forth between that when I was really, really busy. So I can only imagine like vlogging all the time. It's like the lines have to get blurred a little bit of like.
Yeah, I think it was good for me in some ways until like I really need to like grow more. Because like I was someone who it was hard to get me to try new stuff, kind of. Like, I always liked, I like achieving shit.
Well, you said like, earlier, your body transformation.
Dude, yeah.
I'm going to make a video. Like,
I'm not money driven. I'm not like, I guess it's technically maybe fame driven, but it's not even like a fame thing. It's like, I just want accomplishments. And again, it all goes back to like childhood, like never getting praised, like never being told you're a good kid, like shit like that like now my body's like, I need everybody to tell me what a good fucking job I'm doing. So, like, I never did shit for fun. So, like, vlogging, it was like, oh, well, I probably wouldn't have, like, taken this risk and, like, dyed my hair blonde. But, like, if I'm getting content out of it, like, okay, I can do that. And then it was like, you know what, I probably wouldn't have, like, gone and hung out with these people because, like, I'm really socially awkward and it's hard for me to be in groups of people. And that's why, like, I was always so animated all the time because I was trying to hide that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, now I'm forcing myself out of my box to, like, meet new friends because I didn't really socialize in, like, high school and shit. So, I was always kind of awkward. But then it got to a point where I just needed to, like, work on stuff that, like, really meant something to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as you know that you're doing that for the purpose of content, then it's great.
Yeah.
It's, like, to help you get out of your comfort zone.
But, like, if that's also just, like, the only thing you're really doing.
Yeah.
And, like, it's your vlog, so it's your life, and you're documenting your life, but it's like, is this my life?
Yeah.
That's what I'm like, it's just so meta where it's like, yeah, this is my life, but, like, would I have done that? So, like, am I actually documenting what my life would have looked like? You know what I mean? Like, the whole idea of the vlog.
You're really, at the end of the day, you're writing your show. You know what I mean? In a weird sense. Like, nobody is vlogging and saying, if there wasn't a single camera, if nobody was watching, I would have lived exactly the same. It's not possible. Like, your brain starts to be like, oh, this shot would look really dope. Oh, this would be really cool. Yeah. From the point of the camera. You can't help it. So, yeah, you're
even
definitely...
like right now, this conversation probably would have gone in a lot of different directions that, like, if you and I were just sitting and talking, like, we would have fucking gotten into it.
Yeah.
But, like, obviously not, because cameras are on. Like, you will not be the same.
No, there's no way.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy, though?
Yeah. Ew. So that's why I don't do that anymore.
There we go. We found it. Yeah. We made it back.
Yeah. Please go follow Matt. All of his links are going to be in the description for DNCR. Obviously your YouTube, your TikTok, all of your social medias, all that jazz. If you're somebody who wants to dance, hey, for real, I've tried to follow a lot of different tutorials on YouTube, and it's just not the same like Matt Steffanina does it. Like, we're in the room with you, bitch.
Hey.
Yeah, leave the podcast 5 stars, subscribe to the new channel, let me know who you want to see on the show next, and we're not gonna, bye!
Perfect.
Burnout with Gabbie Hanna.